If you are in sales and you're watching this video, there's a 78% chance you're boring your prospect to tears. Sit back, relax, and watch until the end, because we're gonna dry your prospect's eyes and fix your problem and double your closing ratio. I'm Ian Ross, and this is Vivid Selling. As a sales coach, I'm dedicated to helping you unlock your sales potential. If you want to elevate your sales approach and leave behind those boring, ineffective calls, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving headfirst into a deep principle of mine, something I believe in firmly and with all my heart. Because here's the thing, I hate the very idea of solution-based selling. Talking about the features and benefits of your product and service is essentially talking your way into poverty as a salesperson. We need to focus on consultative selling techniques that will help you avoid those outdated sales tactics, get you to extract more information from your prospects, and essentially get them to sell themselves by making a decision right then and there on the spot. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because I got a ton more content coming at you like this, where the entire goal is to make it so that your family and friends will not believe you when you show them your commission check. So let's talk about some misconceptions. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Sales training doesn't work and is a complete waste of time. All salespeople care about is getting rich anyway and manipulating people into buying things that they don't even want or need. Wrong, incorrect, false. You are mistaken, my friend. The truth is, the essence of sales is about consultation rather than presentation. When you embrace a consultative selling approach, there's no need to close your prospect. Instead, through a series of carefully crafted questions, you will uncover their pain points and your prospect will close themselves. And how do we focus on pain points, I hear you ask? Instead of talking about how great your product or service is, you need to focus on the challenges and issues that are coming up for your prospect. You need to understand all the challenges that they're facing. And then you tap into the additional pain that those problems and challenges are causing in both their professional and personal life. Let's say you're talking to the VP of marketing at a Fortune 500 company. Let's call him Ashton. Ashton, VP of marketing at Big Company Incorporated. Now, Ashton is worried about hitting his goals this quarter. In fact, we might go so far as to say Ashton is scared as hell, despite doing his very best to hide it as the big shot at Big Company Incorporated. So the first thing we do as salespeople is explore his situation more. We dive into what not only could be the root cause of the problem, but we also dig deeper on his struggles to figure out what else is causing him a challenge. What are some of the deeper issues and the pain associated with not getting done what he has intended to get done professionally. Maybe he's nervous about what's happening with interest rates or the rising cost of gas in Europe. Or maybe he's worried about not being able to inspire the people under him. And what's very important is that we continue to dig deeper into his situation from every single angle that we can. I'm curious, Ashton, what happens if what you're rightly concerned about becomes a reality? I remember you said you've missed goals the last 2 quarters. What would happen if you don't get done what you projected to get done again? Oh, you think your position at the company would actually be in jeopardy? Have you dealt with this before? You're not in an uncommon situation. And if you don't mind me asking, if you did end up losing your job, what would that start to look like at home? By genuinely listening and digging in as deep as we can, not just to Ashton's concerns, but also the pain that underlies his fears, you can then position yourself as the trusted advisor who's there to help him solve all of his problems. A powerful way to extract more information from your prospect and build deeper rapport, you mirror back certain things they say to get more clarity and get them to elaborate and talk more on things they've already started talking about. So if they say, we're struggling to get this to happen right now, you would say, you're struggling right now? And then ideally, they keep talking. They tell you a little bit more about what's going on, about their situation, about what they're struggling with, how those struggles are affecting them. And it helps us figure out how we can position ourselves, our product, our service, whatever we're selling, as the solution that can fix their problem. This approach not only helps them feel heard, but encourages them to just keep talking and tell you more about their situation. And the more you know, the better equipped you will be to position yourself to have the perfect solution to fix their problems. Now let's talk about closing the deal without resorting to high pressure sales tactics. We want to establish upfront that we're seeking a decision today. And it can be a yes or a no. That's totally fine. Now, in the case of Ashton, VP of Marketing at Big Company Incorporated, the only decision he might be able to make is to bring it up at his next board meeting. And if that's the case, that is the only decision we're going to commit to having him make. Instead of forcing him to say a yes or no to buying a product, we acknowledge his situation and make it easy for him to say, hey, we're either going to bring it up in the next board meeting or we're not. Either way is totally up to you. And then we can adjust accordingly. The key is creating a low pressure environment where your prospect feels heard, the situation feels understood, and that you actually have their best interests at heart and in your mind. We want the prospect to feel comfortable about their intentions. And we ask questions as we do this to make sure we address their pain points, not only about what's on their mind now, but what they might not even know that they don't know. Ultimately, all of this should help them realize the value of what it is that we are offering them. By shifting focus from your product to your prospect's problems, you'll create a more meaningful connection and ultimately allow them to make a decision that will benefit both parties. Now let's quickly recap what we've covered here today. To elevate your sales approach and leave those boring calls behind, we need to focus on a few things. Number one, think about consultative selling that emphasizes your customer's pain points. Number two, we mirror statements to get more clarity and build deeper rapport, to extract more information and let our prospect talk a little more. And three, we ask low pressure sales questions to help create a comfortable decision-making environment, to make it easy for them to feel like they can say yes or no, which ultimately puts us in that best position to be available for them when they are ready to say yes. If you embrace these techniques, you will build more trust, have better conversations, and make more money. You're going to want to stick around and watch more content here at Vivid Selling to help elevate your sales game and take you to that next level. I'm here to help you at every step of the way on your sales journey, so hit that subscribe button and join the growing community of sales professionals who are here to elevate their game. Feel free to share your thoughts, questions, or just experiences with consultative selling techniques in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you and hear about your successes and your challenges along the way on your own sales journey. Remember, the key to successful selling is understanding your prospects, addressing their pain points, and not pushing your product at them. Until next time, keep honing your skills, growing as a salesperson, and go crush it already.